Just give us a few minutes and we'll come in and talk to you. Just go back inside. Can you go back inside, please? Don't. Just do as I ask, please. In a few minutes, an officer will come talk to you. Go back inside.
The apartment complex in Broward County, Florida was supposed to be quiet, but now police swarmed the area.
Here, let me step back.
Nearby, neighbors gathered, watching in silence.
Can you guys go back inside for me? Thank you. Are you live? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm off right now.
And one of them is dead, it appears. It's just too early to identify exactly who.
Please, just give us a few minutes and we'll come in and talk to you. Just go back inside.
The woman from earlier pointed toward the scene. "There's blood," she murmured. The officer nodded. "I know. Please, just go inside."
Can you go back inside, please? Don't. Just do as I ask, please. In a few minutes, an officer will come talk to you. Go back inside. Can you just, please, take her inside. Go back in your apartment for me, please. Listen, I can't answer anything right now. I just need you to go inside the apartment and stay there till I can get somebody to come and speak to you, please. Listen, what did I just ask? Just give us a few minutes and somebody will come and talk to you. Just give me a few minutes. Go ahead and go inside. Okay, go ahead and go inside for me.
This wasn't just another disturbance. Something terrible had happened, and soon the truth would come out. It started as a regular Sunday. Dwight Grant, an 18-year-old senior at Miramar High School, had plans for the future homecoming, but that day he never came home. By Monday morning, his family knew something was wrong. He wasn't the type to disappear. He didn't drink, he didn't smoke, and he always had a plan when he went out. His friends described him as a gamer, someone who stuck to his routine. He would check in with his family all the time, morning, night, whenever he went out. But this time, there was nothing. Concern quickly turned to panic. His family and friends spent Monday handing out flyers, but there was no sign of him. By Tuesday, the police were involved. Officers canvassed the area near Sherman Circle North, a neighborhood once considered peaceful. But that peace was shattered at 2 p.m. when investigators made a chilling discovery. In the bushes outside an apartment complex, they found a body. A young man, someone who could have been a student at Miramar High School. At first, it was hard to see. The body was hidden, but not well enough. A trail of blood on the sidewalk led them straight to him. 4 detectives stood over the scene, piecing together the horror in front of them. The victim had 2 stab wounds, one in the chest and one in the neck. When they looked closer, a grim realization set in. The body matched the description Dwight Grant's family had given, but it was too soon to be sure. For now, the area was sealed off. Police blocked the stairwells, preventing anyone from coming too close. And for Dwight Grant's family, the worst news was yet to come. As the investigation continued, police secured the crime scene, marking off the area with yellow tape. Officers lodged every detail, making sure no evidence was overlooked.
Aquí abajo, sí. Ahí abajo del stairwell que está ahí, había mucha sangre, and you can see that probablemente están tratando de limpiarlo. Hay una cámara aquí, hay 2 cámaras aquí, y hay una cámara en esa esquina donde lo tiraron.
Sunday.
On Sunday, he went missing Sunday. So go around in the middle, go up to the 2nd floor, and put it across. So there's no one goes down the stairwell.
Okay.
That way. So we got that and that. Crime scene tape, crime scene log. Let me get that started.
Whoever, if somebody pulls the video from the place, I already have some kids.
Where's your car at?
Right here.
Okay.
I just need to see who was there doing it because they're probably
the office. The office.
Back at the Miramar Police Headquarters, tipsters were already coming forward. One woman entered the lobby looking uneasy. She had something important to share, something that could change everything. Her teenage niece had shown her a group chat from school, and what was in those messages was chilling.
Can you just give me a brief rundown? I'm so sorry.
Of what's going on?
Yeah, because I know I
I know I've seen on the news that they found a body over by Sherman Circle, and they keep showing a picture of the kid that goes to Miramar High, saying they can't guarantee that it's him, basically, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But on my niece's phone, all the texts are coming through that they're her friends. And there's people from school there, and they know it's him.
Okay.
I don't know if that. I don't know unless.
No, I
I'm just
understand.
assuming that it's him because of what.
So, did he speak to a detective or anything like that?
No, I haven't spoken to anybody. I just came here because my niece was telling me that she had got these texts from this girl yesterday from the modeling, and she said it was the most traumatizing day of her life when she seen him yesterday, which would have been Sunday.
Yeah.
So in my mind,
The woman hesitated, then added,
one, I'm not saying she did anything, but I'm not saying I can't come here and not show you either because she
more than
keeps saying
once tells everybody in the
how many
modeling
people she's
group
killed
that
and she's in a gang, which-
gang. I mean, and it could be just to be, look
Tough.
cool or to be tough.
But you never know.
It's like you
and
don't
the same
know.
thing. I don't want the text messages here. I don't want them
To
to
just-
show my nieces. I don't want her.
Like
I don't
her
want her
to
name.
associate
Right.
with, okay.
Right, so it needs to be kind of. If you
No, I understand.
please, if you can just write on there not to put her name in here,
Sure.
just in case this
Yeah,
girl
you're fine.
literally is who she says she
You're
is.
fine. You're fine. No, I
She's a senior,
understand.
and I want my niece to make it out of school.
I understand. You guys are good.
How are you doing?
And anything else? This is my area. If you got more things you want to turn in, I'll be here. I'm here
Just,
until 1.
You know, that's just the words that
Could
you
be
put there.
nothing. It's just
They say
odd.
you say something or see something, say it, and it just doesn't sit right with
No,
me.
no,
So I
I
have to come
understand.
and.
No, I completely understand. Anytime, ladies, okay?
Investigators finally had something solid, a potential confession buried in a conversation between classmates. The next day, Wednesday, police officially confirmed what everyone feared. The body in the bushes was 18-year-old Dwight Grant. But now came the bigger question. Who killed him and why? The text held the answer. Inside the group chat were 3 names. 3 teenagers who were now persons of interest in the case. Andre Dexter Clements, 17. Jasleen Smith, 16. Christy Parisian, 17. The police wasted no time. The hunt for Dwight Grant's killers had begun. As the investigation intensified, police arrived at the home of Christy Parisian, one of the 3 persons of interest. Her mother answered the door, confused and worried.
Miramar Police Department. Miramar Police Department. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm waiting for my sister to go over there. What happened?
Are you the only one here?
Christy?
Is Christy here?
No.
Are you Christy?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
That's my daughter.
No, I'm saying, is anybody else in the house?
No.
Okay. Do you mind talking to us outside for a minute?
She hesitated but agreed.
Do you mind talking to us? I have Detective Woods here.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
I heard the message. I was at work. I don't know. I don't have why. I'm waiting for my sister to go over there. I got the message.
You got the, come over here and
What happened?
I just need to speak to you over here for a second.
Oh, Lord.
So, right now there's an investigation, and I guess it's your daughter.
Yeah, that's my
Your
daughter.
daughter, her name came up. So, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to keep you out of the house for now.
Me?
Yes, ma'am. Nothing has to do with you personally, but we have to keep everybody out of the apartment. So, if there's anybody else in there that's in there,
No, the sister, she's at work. What now?
but nobody else is inside.
No, only 3 of
You
us.
got shoes on? Okay. There's nobody else inside right now?
No.
Okay. So we have detectives that are going to get a search warrant. Okay.
She sighed. Can I at least grab my phone? I need to call my sister. The officer shook his head.
Can I take my phone to call my sister? Is okay? Take my phone? My phone is right there. Can I call her? Because I'm waiting on her to
Well,
go.
right now at this point, we already gave you, notice that nobody can go back inside.
Can you take my phone for me? This is right there. By the way, is right there. You see my phone right there?
We really got to follow protocol on this one.
Oh my God.
Who is this?
That's my phone.
No, I mean, but who am I listening to?
The Christy leave me the message.
Christy's mother played a voice message from her daughter.
back after you sent in a call. You can take us to the police station, make my full statement. I'll be back home, and I will have my phone, so they took my phone. So, okay.
The officer listened, but the message didn't provide any new information.
So are you going to be around here? Are you sticking around here, or are you leaving?
Leaving where?
You're not going anywhere, right?
No, I was going to the police station.
No, I mean right now.
I'm looking for my sister to go to the police station because my sister drives.
Okay. Well, don't go too far because when we're done, we're going to need you here.
No, I'm just going to the police station, that's it, to see what happened, that's what.
Okay.
To see what happened, that's it. I'm not going nowhere because I don't know where to go.
I mean, honestly, you go to the police station, they're not going to tell you anything. How old is your daughter?
What she what now?
How old is she?
She's 17.
Oh, she's a juvenile. That's a little different. I mean, you can do what you want. I just don't want you to go too far.
As police continued their investigation, they tracked down 17-year-old Christy Parisian, often called Chrissy, and spoke with her. Next on their list was 16-year-old Jasleen Smith. They found her outside her family's apartment late at night, around 11 p.m. The officer wasted no time.
Jasleen, did you hurt this person? No, I didn't. I didn't hit him or anything. I was just told to push him and make sure he stayed in a corner.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
I was just told to push him and make sure he stayed in a corner.
Which is what we figured after seeing that, you're a good kid.
So I need honesty from you, okay?
I've been 100% honest with you.
I know.
100%.
I know, but I need to know, does this implicate my child in this action of what happened?
The officer didn't give a straight answer.
I don't know exactly what happened. You're telling me that you were told to do something? I don't know what you did. I don't know what you didn't do.
She said that she was told to keep him in a corner. Andre. Okay. Andre told me that somebody had pissed him off, or somebody that was messing with somebody else's girl or something. It had to do with some type of chick. And that he was upset and that he needed some backup for a fight. He told me it was just a fight.
I want to make sure that you both understand, because I've said this already to you in the past, that you guys don't have to stay here. You do not have to talk to me.
Detective weren't ready to make arrest yet, but Jasleen Smith was already breaking down. Her mother was hesitant, afraid of losing her daughter to the system.
Are you going to arrest my child?
No, I'm not going to arrest your child. I'm not. But I want to make sure that you understand that, because she is 16. I'm being completely honest with you. I want to hear what she has to say, but I wanted to reiterate, because I said it to you and she wasn't here. That's all. Okay? Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I don't want to go to some police station and leave without my daughter.
I'm just saying you don't have to. We have to hold this house, but you guys don't have to stay here. That's all I'm saying.
That's when Jasleen finally started talking.
He told me to dress up in all black and follow him.
Andre?
Yes. I want to do rag and everything. He just said, do this for me. Just help me out with a fight. We're fine. We walked all the way there, and we walked up the stairway. And Chrissy was there. Chrissy had seduced him, from what I know. I was trying to just pretend and forget that it didn't happen. I already knew that if something like this was going to happen, I already knew the cops were going to show up sooner or later. And I already started preparing myself for the worst, Ma. What do you mean by preparing yourself for the worst? If they send me away, Ma.
Her mom reached out.
Because by everything I've already said, I'm an accomplice. And I know this, but I'm sorry. Come here. I can't. Come here.
A female officer in the background smirked. holding back laughter. But there was nothing funny about what was happening. One teenager was dead, and now another had just confessed. Not only had Jaslyn Smith admitted to her involvement, but she also handed police the motive and the name of the mastermind behind it all, Andre Clemens. The case was no longer a mystery. It was murder.
So I'd like for you to kind of tell me step by step on how everything occurred, you know, from the, like how it all started, how you even got notified or whatever, and then moving forward from there.
Yes.
Okay? And just take your time with it, you know, step by step as best as you can. Yeah. I might have questions for you here and there. If I interrupt you, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure, you know, I get certain details here and there, okay? But yeah, go ahead. You can just start.
Before Sunday, before he came over.
Who's he?
Andre.
Andre's from school also?
Yes.
Do you know his last name?
Clemens.
Clemens?
Clements.
M-M-E-T-S? Okay. Is he, what grade is he in?
He's a senior.
A senior?
This year.
Okay.
Jaslyn walked beside Andre, listening as he explained the plan. They had left the apartment complex and were heading toward another building. Andre told her about the boy they were going to fight.
Alright, so you were saying...
Before he ever came over, he told me on Friday, I believe it was Friday, that he had a situation that he needed to deal with, and he was wondering if I could help him out with a fight. Me knowing that I used to fight in elementary and used to be a bad kid-ish outside of school, I had agreed because he's a good friend of mine. I'm like, it's just a fight.
Okay.
So, on to Sunday, he had said he was going to be coming over at around 6. Okay. He came over at least 6:45, close to 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And he had proceeded to tell me the whole scenario of we're gonna get dressed in all black.
She and Andre were dressed in all black from head to toe, hoodies up, gloves on 2 layers. They even wore masks and durags to hide their hair and faces.
You're gonna wear clothes that you don't care about. You're gonna wear gloves, you're gonna wear durag. I know the whole layout of the building and everything that we need to do this. Get dressed, just wait, and then we'll go.
Okay.
We had gotten dressed, we had prepared. My mom had gotten home. We had told her that we were going to go on a walk. We had left the house immediately with me, Andre, and Chrissy. And we had left the complex all the way down. He was explaining to me that the person that me and him were going to fight with, and that Chrissy was going to seduce to get him to come downstairs, had messed with a girl that he knew and had, essentially from what I know.
Okay.
They reached the complex and walked through the front gate. Jaslyn wasn't sure of the name, but she knew it was next to their old house.
We had walked through the front gates of the complex.
Do you remember which complex it was?
I don't know the name, but I do know that it's the complex next to the old house that we used to live in. We had walked out and we were, immediately when we got in there, we had walked over to where the stairwell was.
As they entered, Andre directed her to avoid certain areas, telling her where the cameras were.
While even telling me to move this way to avoid a camera and to avoid being seen.
Okay.
We had walked through there. He said there was no cameras there, so we had relaxed and chilled out more. And I'm just thinking this is a fight. Right. And I'm thinking the reason why we have him all black is, if he was to fight him, because he seemed pretty upset over the whole situation of what was going on. I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna fight him and there's gonna be blood, and he's just like, I don't need you home with blood on you.
Right,
or being seen, or your mom just like seeing anything like that. So we had walked up the stairs while Chrissy stayed downstairs and made a call or a text saying that she was here. Me and him were upstairs. He's just talking to me. We're relaxed. We're chill.
Jaslyn and Andre stood at the top, waiting. Then the signal came. Chrissy let them know it was time.
Got a signal from Chrissy to walk downstairs. We walk downstairs and he tells me to wait on the top of the stairs. And he had a weapon with him. He told me to hold the weapon. We had gloves on at this time still. We had walked down the stairs. He had approached the boy, and Chrissy had moved back and walked down the stairs fully.
Did you know this boy or no? Okay.
When the boy tried to make a run with it, run for it, after Andre approached him and was like, yeah, we have a problem. And he has me standing behind with a weapon. So he tells me, Chrissy looked at me and he made a run for it.
But as things unfolded, she didn't realize this wasn't just a fight. This was something else. The boy tried to run, but Jasleen and Andre tackled him, forcing him to the ground.
And I'm like, okay, weapons just for intimidation, I'm gonna put this down. I ran and I helped Andre to tackle him and put him onto the ground. Andre is talking to him, saying everything he has to get off of his chest, and saying how mad he is, and then he proceeds to say, you know what I have to do, right? That I have to hurt you. Like, I have to get you back for what you did. And the boy is like, you don't have to do this. I won't bother you. I won't say nothing. I haven't seen you guys. I won't say anything. Nothing.
Jasleen still thought Andre would just punch him a few times and leave. But then Andre asked for the weapon.
And I'm just thinking, okay, Andre's probably going to hit him or punch him. And then everything else is just, he's just gonna get into a fight. We're gonna leave. Andre asked for the weapon after explaining to him that he was going to kill the other boy. He had asked for the weapon and I just handed it to him because I was like, I don't know about this, but I'm like, okay, maybe you're joking because me and Andre are playful. We like to mess around and we do like play fight and we're just very like sibling type relationship.
Right.
And he had taken a weapon and he had pushed the other boy into the corner and he was begging not to get hurt. And I'm just thinking Andre's just gonna hit him. And Andre told me to come here and help him. And I was like, okay, you can do what you want to do. You can punch him or something.
She moved closer, still believing it was just going to be a beating. She held the boy's legs while Andre punched him over and over.
And I'm just holding him. And then Andre proceeds to rapidly punch him. And then, after a while, Chrissy said, there's a lot of cars here. There's a lot of people watching. There's kids out. You need to hurry it up. So like, Andre, do what you gotta do, just hurry it up, or we gotta go. He proceeded to take out a small weapon and attempt to
I'm sorry?
Attempt to stab him.
Okay.
And he was failing, and I was just like, okay, I didn't see it because I'm holding his legs. So I'm in a position where I'm holding both of his legs and I'm wrapped around his under torso, and I just feel poking right here. And I'm wondering what that is. And the other boy, he has the weapon just like waving it, just like trying to not get harmed.
Jasleen froze as Andre pulled another weapon. He stabbed the boy in the side of the neck. The boy gasped, his body shaking as he tried to hold on.
And then he had another smaller weapon, and he took that out, and he stabbed him right here.
Where's right here? On the neck, like back side of the neck?
Like side.
On the right side?
Did you do right side? Also, the boy was just like, you're gonna kill me. Just choke me out or like end it, because he kept going in and out. He's like, choke me out, end it, stab me, do something. And Andre stabbed him again. And he had told me, and Chrissy, he had told me to get Chrissy and get cleaning supplies. And at this time, the gloves that we were having on and wearing for a birthday had torn.
Jasleen nodded, even though her mind was spinning. She wasn't sure what to do, but she knew one thing. There was no turning back.
And I was getting nervous. I was getting scared. And I wasn't showing any of it because I'm just like, I don't need it. If I show this, they're gonna know that I'm like, I can't do this. And I'm like freaking out. So I'm like, I'll do what you say. I didn't tell them this, but I'm like, I'll do what you say. It is what it is. And whatever happens, happens. So I had helped Andre move him a certain direction under the cameras, under the one camera that we saw right there.
They dragged the boy's body under a camera, making sure it wasn't in full view. Then they pushed him into the bushes.
Into the bushes. And at this time, we both had not eaten. We both were exhausted. So he's like, push him back here into the bushes and just leave him there. We'll figure out what to do with him at a different time. And I'm just saying, okay. Because prior to this, he had told me that this was the first person he had ever killed.
Prior to this, he had told you that?
When we were at the house, when we were just talking about the whole plan of what to do, what was going to happen, but he never told me that he was going to kill somebody until at this time. You know, like, this is the first person. I'm going to leave it here. I'll ask Chrissy. We're going to leave.
After dragging the body into the bushes, they cleaned up. They sealed their weapons and supplies in a bag. Jasleen hid it, making sure no one would ever find it. And just like that, it was over. At least, that's what they thought. After hiding the bag, Jasleen and the others removed their gloves and walked back to the complex where she lived. Their hands were bare now, but the weight of what they had done clung to them. Outside the complex, they found an open, grassy area, a spot visible to anyone who happened to be watching. But they didn't care. They were too deep into this. Andre poured gasoline over the bloody clothes. The smell was sharp, filling the air as he struck a match and dropped it onto the pile. Flames erupted and the fire crackled as it consumed the fabric. They stood around the fire, watching it burn. The heat pressed against their faces, but no one stepped back. Chrissy shifted on her feet, swaying slightly. She wasn't talking much, just standing there, lost in thought. Jasleen felt the same. The flames made it feel final, but her stomach twisted with unease. What happens now? She asked. No one had an answer. Then everything changed. A security guard approached. He had seen them, and worse, he wasn't alone. A woman who had been watching from a distance later told police everything.
And the two girls, they were just standing there, but they weren't moving much. The chubby girl, she was just like moving back and forth, like standing in the same spot but moving a little bit. And then the guy was moving around the fire, just throwing more gasoline.
What was he? What did you see him throw?
It was like a bottle. It was like the normal bottles that.
Like a bottle that you use for like a barbecue, or
yeah,
like
yeah.
they-
Like it looked like I don't have a water bottle, but it just looked like one of those normal bottles with like, you know how it's say when you go to a restaurant it's like ketchup.
Okay.
Yeah, like he was just throwing the gasoline.
Okay, like that.
Those. He was just walking around the fire and he was just throwing more in the fire, which is getting big.
And what was it?
I don't know. I just know like.
The flames had caught her attention, but something about what was burning made her uneasy.
It looked like some type of material. It didn't look like, cause we have like a lot of ducks. It didn't look like they killed a duck or something. It looked like it was a material that they were burning.
Okay, like material, like clothes, something of material type. Okay. And did you recognize any of them?
No, cause it was pretty far, but seeing them on the news, their faces. That's when you can
You remember that they were the same ones
Yes.
that you saw that night.
Yes.
Okay, and then when you saw that fire happening, what did you decide to do after that?
Honestly, since they were doing it on the grass, I felt kind of unsafe that they would probably like go to the certain point to spread the fire because they're teenagers.
She trailed off, shaking her head, so she turned and walked away fast.
So I just slowly I walked really fast, and I went to the other side of Sherman Circle. Like the other side of the complex of Lake Vista.
So the other side of like where the leasing offices.
Mm-hmm.
So you were able to see their face clearly. If you were ever able to see them again, you would recognize them.
I didn't see their face, but I saw their body shape, and seeing them on the photos, you could picture them, especially the chubby girl. It was very noticeable. I could see her braids. Okay. And the kids.
And you did alert the security guard.
Yes.
Of the fire.
Yes.
And that's when he was made aware. Okay.
Is there anything else you can think of about that night that kind of stood out to you?
No, not really. I just saw like their emotions, and right when I came to my apartment, they were.
What did they appear like?
I didn't see their faces clearly at that time, she said, but their body shapes, their movements, I recognized them when I saw the photos later.
You could feel the traumatization from them, and you could feel like they were scared, but you could also feel like they had that energy of the way of thinking like he deserved it. Like you could notice that.
Okay.
And right when I went to my apartment, I immediately went to my balcony to see if they were still there, but they were gone really fast.
Right. And all you saw was the...
All I saw was the burnt grass.
The police already had evidence, security footage of the teens wearing all black. But one thing was still missing, the weapon. When officers pressed her about it, Jasleen hesitated.
You had said that the weapon that Andre was using, he used it to stab the boy. I'm assuming it's a knife then that he had?
There was a knife in the area.
A longer what?
Sword.
A sword. Okay. Do you know what ended up happening with those? So it was a small knife and then the long sword?
Yes.
Okay.
Detectives could believe that a small knife was hidden in a pocket or a bag, but a sword? That wasn't something Andre could have casually carried without them noticing.
When he first came here, before all this started, right? When he first showed up at your house, he got here with, you said it was a collection of knives. The small ones was a part of a collection?
The small ones I didn't see, but they were like either in his pocket or in the bag that he had brought with him.
Okay. And I guess one of them stayed behind, and then he took one small one, and then the big sword also. So you saw the big sword when he first showed up here in the first place?
Not when I didn't see it exactly. I always saw that there was a bag with it, and I was like, okay. Because somebody else had taken everything out of the house behind us, and I didn't know where that was. And I believe it was either in like a jacket with him, or with Chrissy in an extra jacket, or in a bag with them.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I wasn't paying much.
She said she wasn't paying much attention, but detectives weren't convinced. They had security footage. The cameras showed the three teens walking toward the stairwell where DJ Grant was ambushed, just as Jasleen had described. Another camera captured his last moments. Then there was more footage. It showed the teens dragging Grant's body into the bushes, and the messages told a different story. One text stood out: murder will definitely happen soon. It didn't take long for the police to act. Within days, all three teens were taken into custody: Jasleen, Smith, Chrissy, Parisian, and Andre Clemens. They were all charged as adults. The charges: tampering with evidence, conspiracy to commit murder, but for Smith and Parisian, it didn't stop there. There were also charges with second-degree murder, and Andre Clemens, the one who had planned everything from the start, he was charged with first-degree premeditation murder. Smith and Parisian both pleaded guilty. The court sentenced them to 25 years in prison. Clemens' fate was even worse. On February 18, 2025, Andre Clemens, now 20 years old, stood in court and pleaded guilty. He admitted to murder, tampering with evidence, and conspiracy to commit murder. The judge sentenced him to 40 years in prison. When the verdict was read, the weight of the case was too much. The judge left the courtroom in tears. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.